Hey y'all, this is the Butcher, and I'm going to do a video here on the Oculus, the big screen application. Again, this is kind of new to trying to record on my PC while I'm streaming from the Oculus, so bear with me if things don't run as smoothly as I would hope. So we're going to go ahead and open this up, and I've had some people asking about how you set up a room and some different settings, so I'm just going to run through some of the things that I have learned over the last few weeks. Application loads up. And I will say this is one of my favorite applications on the Oculus. If you're a sports fan, movie fan, this thing is the bomb. First of all, you always start off in this room, and you can see right now you only see that because that's I'm displaying from my PC, so we just kind of have to ignore that a little bit. This is the main interface that when you open it up. Watch when this is going to be like if you're wanting to watch certain content or rent items, you can do that down here. We have remote desktop, which will allow you to do some changes. We've got tools and toys, which is all of the distraction crap to me. We've got environment, which is where the environment that you're in, and then host my room. So we'll start with host my room. We'll start from the bottom and work our way up. Host my room. So when we set this up, the name at the top, this is what people are going to see as the title for your room. So make sure the title is what you want it to be. That's going to let people know if they even want to click to see what that room is. So have your title to be something that is going to reflect your room. You can put some extra information in here, and you can see that I put in here 21, no patience for kids, for kid games. I'm a person that just sometimes these kids doing all the silly stuff in there gets on my nerves, so I just put that there. So if I do get kids that join my room and they are doing silly things, I don't feel that bad booting them out. NSFW, which is not safe for work. I have that category set. You're able to check which category you would like it to be. I would probably check a category that would reflect what you are showing in big screen. I use this, and I'll show you that if people don't have NSFW enabled, they will not see my room. So I do like that. It tends to filter out some of the kids. Here for privacy, so this is just me. It's just me in this room, so it's basically locked. I'm not started nothing. You got private, where I can create a room and send my friends the code, and then they can join my room through that code. You will not show up on the public room. So that's if that's checked. If you hit public listed, so that means you would be on the list of all the rooms. And again, depending on what category that they're looking in, they may or may not see your room, but that's if you want to do it for public. We can switch the amount of people you want to have in it. Okay, so if you are running a lower end PC, or your internet is not so good, you may not want to try to run a whole lot of people. Bring it back down, and you may find it to run a little bit smoother. Any changes you make sure to hit save. And we'll go here to environment, which is your surroundings, where you're watching this. A simple click like that, and we are now outside. If we want to go to the woods, we will be in the woods. So again, fun little thing to be able to change your environment. You may ask, how are you moving this around? I use my index finger. I don't know what button label that is. It's my middle finger. I can hold that and move my menu around. So simple thing. You just use the arrows to change your arrows. The toys. So if I was watching a movie, I could do all the drawing and stuff. Remote here. So right now you see that these boxes checked. If I uncheck show on big screen, you will see that it goes to this. This is good. So if I was hosting a stream and people are watching, and I want to do some work on my PC, I want to set up the next movie, I want to answer whatever you want to do that you don't want other people to see, you just uncheck this box. You're still hosting the room, but they just see the big screen, and then you can look at your PC and see what you need to do. If you want to set up a second screen, you actually can click here, and then I can grab it with my middle finger and put it there. This is fun if you have a big, if you're like in one of those big apartments, you can set up your screen to be in multiple places so that not everybody's jammed up in one spot. So it's a real fun thing. You can see some of the little side menus, some of the things, how to make the screen bigger and how to move it, stretch it, push it back, all kinds of stuff like that. So that's a second screen. Really neat, again, if you're in a big room. 3D settings. So you can see it's on 2D right now. If I click it, it goes side by side or over and under. And again, if you're doing 3D, you know what your format is. You know if it's a side-by-side film or an over and under, and that's how you change that. You'll want to make sure to have the correct setting if you're going to do 3D. Desktop volume, of course, up and down on the desktop, and that would raises the volume for everyone that I am hosting for so that they hear my desktop better. Sharing on and off. Again, you can see where sharing is turned off right now. If you got to turn this on for people to see your screen. You can open a room and have this off, and all that they'll see is this big screen. So you need to basically have both of these turned on to, and they'll both be green to be sharing your screen. You've got your 720. That is the default. You can change this to 1080. Kind of wait for a second. Now I click it. Now you see it becomes 1080. This is my bit rate, and I'm assuming this is on my upload. So if you have slower internet, you're not going to want to push this too high. But if you have better internet, you may push this to a higher setting, give a little bit better quality to everybody else. One of the things, so people have asked, how do you set this up? How do you get it going? So those are the basic settings, and you can see my computer over here. Now at the bottom you have Firefox and stuff like that. So if I wanted to share Firefox, I would just make that the front screen, and you see it's right there. Now it's the front screen, and if I wanted, I can get rid of some of the menus and stuff like that, but you're going to be able to see any kind of videos or anything that you're wanting to broadcast, so that the people that you're in your room, they'll be able to see that. So if you have Plex, you would open up Plex. If you want to use VLC, you would open up VLC. You want it to be the front screen, and also you're going to want to make sure to make it full screen, get rid of any side menus and stuff like that. So that's how you can set that up. Let's go back over here because I'm recording off of Chrome, so that's why I've clicked on Chrome. So you can change, and again, I have these items down here. I normally would go full screen where you wouldn't see any of this crap down here if I was hosting the room. But anything that's showing on your desktop at full screen, they're going to see it. If you had side by side, that's what they're going to see. So whatever you're showing on your PC, that's what they're going to see. Let's take a look at the menu bar over here. I'm going to minimize this. Well, hold on. So let's do this one. We'll minimize this. So we're going to take a look at the settings that are in this. And again, if you want to toggle this thing to go on or off, I push down on the joystick. Push it again, and there it is. It's right back. Pushing on my middle finger, I can position it around. My room, there it is. Minimize again so it gets that away. Social, this is the public rooms, that kind of stuff. If you would want to join a certain room, you'll type it right in here. Your avatar, that is your avatar, and you see me over here, but you can set your avatar however you want. So if you're like, why isn't my avatar the way I want it to be? You can set it up. We'll say this, if you join a room and you start messing with your avatar, I have seen numerous people that report that their microphone stops working. So they have to actually leave the room and come back, or close big screen and come back for their microphone to actually pick up. So you may want to set this up when you're before you join a room. Set up your avatar however you're wanting, then join a room and make sure that people can hear you. If they can't hear you, close big screen, reopen it, and you shouldn't have a problem. So I'm going to go to settings, And in here, this is where we're able to change your username. We've got your information for your emails. I'm going to go to modify controls. One of the big things here for modifying controls is you can see I have NSFW checked. It is off by default, means it would not, if someone sets as a category as not safe for work, which is NSFW, they would not see my room. They have to have that checked for them to be able to see any rooms that are in this category. This can weed out kids and new players or new people. That is a great way of thinning the herd. So you may want to, check that out. Again, the username and password, you can change that up there. I'm going to go to graphics. This is where you're able to do some changing of quality, and depending on your PC, your video card, and that type of situation, you can mess with that. Audio, push to talk. If you do not want to people to hear your microphone on all the time, you would turn this on, push to talk. And I want to say it's your thumb button, the top one. I don't know if that's A or a B, but that's what makes your microphone work if you turn push to talk on. Multiplayer, a way to weed out some of the popcorn and the painting and the drawing. If you do not want to see that, turn this on. It is off by default. I turn it on because I don't want to see people drawing and throwing crap. That's just me, but you can turn that off. It's a great way of getting rid of some of those distractions that seems to bother people like me. We'll go down here and take a look at the other items that are on this menu bar. We have move, which means I can move to anywhere I want on that's within this. Anything that's blue is places I can move. Once it turns green, I just hit the button and there I go. If I also push up on my joystick, you see then that shows the availability of the spots. Go right on back. So I tend to do the pushing up on my joystick to change my position, but you can choose either way. Push down on my menu, push down on my joystick, and you see my little menu thing pops back up. Recenter. Sometimes you're watching a movie or you're watching something, and instead of it being straight like this, after a little while, it seems like you're looking forward as this. Excuse me. But so if you hit recenter, it basically makes this your center, makes this forward for you. So if you find that your camera has kind of drifted off a little bit, you may want to click the recenter. If I had multiple people in this room, this would be green, meaning my microphone is hot, it's working, it's open, so anybody can hear anything I say, or other people in my room can, or anybody that's in my house they'll hear that. If you want to click that button, you'll actually mute yourself. So I suggest to a lot of people, especially if you're in a house with multiple people, you may want to just click it to mute yourself, and then all you have to do is just click it and it opens up your mic, and then re-click to mute yourself. So it's just a good way of being polite to the other people that are in the room, so you're not a distraction. Big screen is great for watching sports. I've done some sports where I have shown 4 screens. If you're able to do multiple screens on your PC and showing different streams, it's great for that. Watching movies is phenomenal in this. I love watching it, especially if I go to like the modern cinema. I really, let's see, there we go. I love watching movies from this venue. Great, nice little thing. Actually got a little ambient lighting from the walls when you have stuff on the screen. So great little thing. So you can pick the environment that works best for the content you're showing, and you saw how easy it was to move. And the reason why you're seeing what you're seeing on my screen is that I'm capturing this with my PC, this from my Oculus. That's why you're seeing my PC. You're seeing the Chrome browser that is open. Trying to think, that's about all that I wanted to cover in this one. Again, whatever you're running on your PC is what people are going to see. And another software you're going to want to get is from the Big Screen website. You're going to want to get the Big Screen desktop application so it links up. If you do not have this, I don't think it linked up. I had to get this so that big screen was displaying on my computer, and then I could share what's on my computer into the Oculus. You can't be doing it. If you have a laptop, you could do it, but I haven't heard of anybody that's streaming stuff from their PS, PS4 or whatever to the Oculus. You need a PC or a laptop to actually be streaming the content, and your Oculus basically just mirrors it. It just grabs it, and then I send it. If I'm a host, I send it out to the people that are watching. So whatever's on your PC, that's what people are going to see. Hopefully that answers a few of your questions. I highly suggest you get in big screen. It's a great application. It's a beta. There are a few bugs that I wish that they would work out. A few things that they could fix it or add that would make it a little bit more enjoyable. But for right now, you can't complain. Put your name, if you have an Oculus, put your name in the comments below, and I'll add you to my friends list. And if I host a movie or a sporting event, you'll be able to see it and join the room that I'm in. Again, thanks for y'all watching, and I'll see you on the next one.